If you're expecting a baby, you need to pay attention to this video because I've seen this affect many babies after delivery. A mom puts to bed, and after a couple of days, she may be discharged home and she's putting her baby to breast, she's feeding her baby. It's important to know that as a parent, whatever you put in your baby's mouth, a normal, healthy baby, whatever you put in their mouth, with your finger, with your breast, with a pacifier, whatever you put in your baby's mouth, that baby is going to suckle on that thing. And that is because every baby is born with a natural reflex to suckle on anything you put in their mouth. This is a basic skill for survival. So baby can feed, baby can breastfeed. It is natural for babies to suckle on anything you put in their mouth. Oftentimes, I see many new moms, they'll tell you, oh, I'm putting baby to breast, I'm feeding and all of that. Which is good, it's very good. It's very important to put baby to breast as early as possible after delivery. However, if you make this mistake, this can make your newborn come down with jaundice. And this is what I mean. You see a new mom, she has gone home, she's putting her baby to breast. And after a couple of days, she's brought back to the hospital because the baby is having jaundice. One thing that can result in this is because the baby is not getting adequate feed. So as a new mom, you're putting your baby to breast, to you, your baby is breastfeeding, but you're not even aware of the quantity of the breast milk you're producing per time. So as you put baby to breast, it's important you know that baby needs to be fed adequately. It needs to be enough for your baby, and this is going to help them with hydration. This is going to help them with their nutrient level. If these things are deprived, that baby is at risk of coming down with jaundice. When it comes to jaundice, there are different causes of jaundice. There are some jaundice you will not be able to prevent, but this particular kind of jaundice, you can actually prevent it if you take the right steps. So this is what I mean. When it comes to newborns, their liver is still maturing, and it is this liver that will help them process what we call the bilirubin substance. This substance is what accumulates in the body, and before you know it, they come down with jaundice. This particular substance is usually passed through the stool and the urine. So if baby is not getting adequate feed, and when you breastfeed your baby, they're going to also be getting the water from that breast milk. So if baby is not getting adequate feed, it means they'll also not be getting adequate hydration. So dehydration coupled with starvation, these two things can make your baby come down with jaundice. So as soon as you put to bed, put your baby to breast as often as you can. But it's important you know how much you're giving your baby per time, so you are sure baby is actually getting feed. Because if you put baby to breast, baby will just be sucking on it. Whether it's an empty breast, when they talk to you, baby is sucking. In many cases, the baby is just sucking. The mom is not even aware baby is not getting adequate feed. If you're pregnant, one thing I can advise you to do is to get a breast pump. Even if you don't want to use the breast pump for a long time, you can use it for that first few days, first few weeks to monitor what your baby is getting. Because in many cases, the mom is just putting the baby to breast, but baby is not even getting adequate feed and she's not aware. So her baby is sucking. Like I said initially, whatever you put in your baby's mouth, remember, baby is going to suckle on it because baby is born with the suckle reflex. So you, baby will just be sucking on it. So it's important you know what baby is getting from that breast. And one way you can know for sure is to get a breastfeeding pump. Even if you don't want to use it for a long time, at least that first few days, first few weeks, so you can measure what you're getting. So you can measure the breast milk you're actually giving your baby, because if baby is not getting adequate feed, this is going to lead to starvation, this is going to lead to dehydration, and these two things can make your baby come down with jaundice. So to prevent this, you can actually get a breast pump and just use the initial phase after delivery. And if you choose to continue with the breast pump, you can. So if you don't want to continue the breast pump, you can discontinue as well. But it's important to know what your baby is getting. So when you're not sure breast milk is fully established, you can go on about, oh, you're putting baby to breast directly 247. That's the method you choose to feed your baby with. It's very important the baby is fed regularly and adequately. The recommended is every 2 hours, and you need to be sure of the quantity that baby is getting per time. So at that initial phase after delivery, as you put baby to breast, it's important to know how much baby is getting, because if baby is not getting enough feed, the risky combination for that baby to come down with jaundice. I hope this is helpful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye.